Hey everybody, my name is Dave. I'm from AskUncleDave.com, and today I'm going to explain to you why I chose one particular streaming TV service over the other. There's PlayStation Vue, there's DirecTVnow, and SlingTV. Okay, there are different packages, so to make this comparison more comparable, we have to try to get the prices to be pretty much the same. So I spend about $45 for each of the services a month. And what I did was I have the all channels package, that's the blue and the orange package for Sling TV, and I added on some sports. There's a sports add-on that you can add on here. It says $10, but it's really $5 when you have the all package. Okay, so I have that now. It's $45, and when I go to DirecTV, I chose the Go Big promotional program for $35, and I added HBO and Cinemax, so that brings it up to the $45 that we're going after. And then on PlayStation Vue, I chose the Elite Slim. The Elite Slim has all of these channels, and I didn't add anything else onto it. I just have the Elite Slim. So basically, I made a video last week, and I made a chart like this that compares all the channels of what you get for those three packages and extras that I put together. And if you go through it, you could see who has what. One thing I have to tell you, that if you live in a certain area, this is the what I wanted to show you. CNET made this little diagram here, and it says here PlayStation Vue cities with higher prices. Now, if you get PlayStation Vue the way I have it set up, you get that package, and if you live in like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Dallas, and San Francisco, and Miami, you'll get live local channels, meaning you'll see your local news, your local, maybe even your local sports and things like that. But I live in Boston, so my package is $45 instead of $55. You pay $10 more when you live in those cities because you get the live features. DirecTV, same thing. They don't have a CBS, and they don't have Showtime, so that's one downside. So that puts a little bad check mark next to them. Sling TV does have live channels if you live in certain cities like Chicago, Fresno, Houston, Los Angeles, New York, Philadelphia, and Raleigh, Durham, and San Francisco. So look at this, and you'll see that there are certain places that you can get the live TV. And only PlayStation Vue charges the extra $10 more if you live in those cities. But if you live in Boston like me, you're going to get that chart that I have here. Okay? Now, what I wanted to tell you is I'm going to tell you why I chose PlayStation Vue as the best one out of all of them. Okay? Now, there are key points, and you may agree or disagree with me. But I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. So make sure you put a comment. Let me know which service you chose, and maybe I can sway you to think the way I think. Maybe you're in the same situation as me. Okay? So the first thing is you get the premium channels with DirecTV for $5 a month. And that's their plus. Okay? They get HBO and Cinemax for $5 a month. That's great. But they have a promotional plan that's $35, and if you don't sign up now and you don't keep your account, you're going to end up paying $60 a month for that service. So it's way too expensive. Premium channels with PlayStation Vue, if you go down to their website, you could do HBO for $15, Showtime, Cinemax $15, and you can get a couple of other sports things like Fox, Soccer Plus, and things like that. So Sling, the add-on features that you can get is you can add on that sports feature, but there's a couple of add-ons that you can do here. And then with HBO, it's $15, $10, and $9 for stars. So that's how you get those things going. Now, PlayStation Vue already has epic hits, like movies. So that is free with this package that I chose. I chose that package. I chose this package here, the Elite Slim. So you get epics with that. Okay. Now the second thing is you know about the live TV. You can't get live TV if you don't live in those certain states. And sports, I would have to say PlayStation Vue has the most amount of sports. And I'm going to show you that on the iOS app. And there's something really important that you need to know that's going to probably change your mind. And it's the biggest reason why I chose PlayStation Vue. So the fourth thing is, with PlayStation Vue, you can have 5 simultaneous viewers. So I can have it on, my son, my wife, they could be watching the same channel or different channels, and 5 people at a time can watch it. With Sling, you only get 1 person that can watch at a time per account. Or you could pay extra and get 3 at a time. But who wants to do that? It's an extra charge. And as far as DirecTV, you only get 2 at a time. And 2 at a time is not good enough either. So 5 simultaneous streams is the way to go. The other thing is, with PlayStation Vue, you also get the ability to add profiles. So you customize your PlayStation Vue channels, favorites, things like that, your recordings, all that, the way you want it in your personal profile. So you pick your profile. Now, if somebody else picks their profile, they could set up their DVR and they could set up all of that. Now, speaking of DVR, I want to show you something. I saw on a lot of forums that people got things a little confused with PlayStation Vue. There are different tiles that you may see on your guide, or in each individual show, you'll see a little tiny thing, and you'll see live, DVR, on demand, and catch up, and all that stuff. Now, these are the differences between them. So live is something that's obviously going on right now. If you see some live little tag there, you'll know that it's going on right now, regardless if you're recording it or not. Now, when you DVR something, you click on it, you hit the plus sign on an individual show or even a channel. You will DVR those shows that play through the course of the day. They will last and be available for 28 days. Now, sometimes you'll DVR of your favorite program and you'll see on demand instead of DVR. And you'll say, why do they put on demand? Well, there's some licensing agreement. So they allow you to record, but some of these channels say, hey, you can't let these people record. We'll offer up the on-demand version of it so that people can have that show. And usually you get like the last 3 episodes that aired on the network. Then you have catch-up. Now, catch-up, you don't necessarily have to say to PlayStation Vue, yeah, let's favorite the show, let's put it in my my shows. You can have it not in my shows, and that'll be a catch-up episode. So that's some way of having catch-up episodes so that people can get into it, get into that particular show. They offer it up randomly. Here's the last 3 episodes of something. Okay, so that's the definition of those things there. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is so you could DVR with PlayStation Vue, all right, and you can't DVR with the other ones, even though Sling said they're coming out with something. Until they have it, they ain't got it. So forget about it. PlayStation Vue is the only way you can record the shows. Now, the most important thing altogether is credentialing. Now, I have to tell you, I tested out all 3 of the services: Sling, PlayStation Vue, and DirecTVnow. And I have to say that when it comes to signing in to individual apps, PlayStation Vue's got them completely beaten out. PlayStation Vue allows you to sign in to over 40 apps individually on your Apple TV or on your iOS or iPad or whatever, Android devices, wherever they offer the service. Now, you may see apps in your app store for your device as like Something Go or Something Now or Something Channel, like let's say ESPN Go, or you'll see Watch ESPN, or you'll see Something TV, Something Live, Something News, Something Go Now Channel, Watch TV Live, or News. So you'll see the name of the network, the channel, like AMC, AMC Go, AMC Now, AMC Channel, something like that. So you could search your app store and look for those particular apps. I have a list here which I'm going to include so that you can download it, and you can see that there's tons and tons of apps, and I've been testing this out for the longest time. Now I have my iOS device here, and I'm going to show you. You could play all of your apps, PlayStation, DirecTV, and Sling. They all make apps. But here are the apps that I signed into using PlayStation Vue, since they have the most. I mean, look, DirecTVnow only has a handful of apps like ESPN and a couple of, like HBO Max if you're paying for them. And then you go to Sling, and you could sign into a couple of apps here. It's more than DirecTV, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. But look at all of these apps that you can sign in. It's crazy. So here are all the ones that I'm currently in PlayStation Vue credentials. And I'm going to show you how to credential an app, okay? So you go through, and every one of these I signed in. And now let me tell you why it's better to have access to the individual apps. You get more content. So for instance, if I wanted to watch The Walking Dead, okay? If I click here, and you could see in the upper right corner that I'm signed in with my PlayStation Vue credentials. So say I wanted to watch The Walking Dead, all right? So if I click The Walking Dead, I'm going to have full episodes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, all right? So I have access to all 8 episodes for season 7, okay? So with the app, though, if you go into PlayStation Vue app, okay, and you click, and by the way, here are the profiles. I can click onto my profile. So I click onto my profile and say I want to watch The Walking Dead. All right, actually, it's right here as popular, my shows. So here's Walking Dead. I go in, and you can see that I really can't watch every single episode when I'm using the PlayStation Vue app. But when I'm using the PlayStation Vue credentials with my AMC app, I get more shows. So that's important. That's why it's important to get a service that's going to allow you to use credentialing, okay? So that's my main thing right there. Now, let me show you about signing in if you don't quite understand what I mean about signing in, okay? By the way, these are all channels that are offered by PlayStation, but there's no sign-in for it. You can't sign into any one of them, any one of these apps here with your PlayStation credentials. But some of these apps you're allowed to use fully anyway without any signing in. Okay. So the other thing when I was telling you about with sports, look at didnt. didnt Sports is a great app, a great service, and you can't, even though like Sling offers didnt, you can't use the credentials for Sling to sign into it. But with PlayStation Vue, it's treated like a cable company, all right, when it's on the list, so that you can sign into didnt with your cable company credentials. Let me open it up and I'll show you, okay? Right now, you can't even sign up for didnt without a cable service, okay? So you can see here that I'm signed in. I have my sign-in right there with didnt, and I can click on the guide here, and I have access to didnt in Spanish. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of the channels that didnt offers inside the app, and I can watch live sporting events right on my device, even on my computer. It's amazing. You can use the credentials. Now, if you see didnt in the PlayStation Vue app, you don't even get a really good experience with it. It's harder to find things. Like if I was to type in didnt Sports channel, okay, you don't get quite the layout as you do with the app. You see what I mean? This is kind of hard to explain. So let's sign into one of them, and I'll show you the steps that you need to take, okay? So if I go here, and let's say ESPN. Now, ESPN, I'm using them as an example because in all of these that you see here, Watch ESPN is part of every single one of them have credentialing for it. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to click on the gear here, and I'm going to choose a provider, okay? So you choose a provider. I'm not signed in yet. Now, you're going to see DirecTV up on top and ATT Uverse. Those are not included. That is not DirecTV. When you're looking for DirecTV, it's DirecTVnow, and it's got to be specific, looking for DirecTVnow. So let me show you DirecTVnow sign in, okay, what it looks like. We'll go down to D. I mean, this is so important that people are hardly even talking about it when they're doing reviews. So here's DirecTVnow. You see the difference? DirecTV and DirecTVnow. You have to search for DirecTVnow. I'm going to give you a list of all the apps that you can sign in for. So you click on DirecTVnow, and it's going to bring you to a page like this. You sign in with your PlayStation Vue credentials, or your DirecTV, or your Sling credentials. Let's go now to Sling, okay? So we'll go down to S, and I'll show you what Sling looks like. Sling, you may find it under Sling. Right there, SlingTV. Okay, you click that. Ooh, wrong one. You click that and you sign in with your SlingTV credentials. Now let's do the last one, which is PlayStation Vue. Now PlayStation Vue, you might find it under Sony Vue or PlayStation Vue. Okay, so you got to look for both of those when you sign into individual apps. I did all the work for you. I signed into every single one that they have on these three services to find out if they work or not. Okay, so we'll go down to P. We'll go to P. Sorry about that. Come on, P. All right, here, PlayStation Vue, right there, PlayStation Vue, and it'll redirect you, and you will sign in with your PlayStation Vue credentials. Okay, so all three of those use Watch ESPN, but like I said, most of these apps that you see on my home screen here are not available on Sling as well as DirecTV. You could sign in with a ton of apps. All of these apps that I'm showing you here, you can sign in with your PlayStation Vue. And with Sling and DirecTV, very small amount. So credentialing is very important. You have 5 users at a time with PlayStation Vue. You have the profiles that you can create for each of your users. You could DVR with PlayStation Vue. It's a lot of things. They don't offer hardware like Sling and DirecTV. DirecTV, you can even get an Apple TV for free. You can get a Roku stick with your Sling, and you can also get a Amazon Fire Stick with DirecTV. Sports, if you go through the list, you'll see that there's a lot of sports. Fox Sports 1, there's NBC Sports, there's BN, which you can't get BN to sign in with your credentials with Sling, but you can do it with PlayStation Vue. And you can even go onto the website on your computer and watch BN. There's so many things. Parental controls, you only get that on Sling. But who cares about that? You just have to limit your kids and what they watch. And that's pretty much it. I hope this convinced you to see it my way. Because, you know, it's nice. DirecTV has a nice Apple TV interface. You know, it looks like live TV. It opens up quick. But PlayStation Vue is a little bit more cumbersome. And SlingTV is their single line interface looks terrible. So tell me what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it didn't get confusing for you. I hope I answered a lot of your questions. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.